Company Beautiful Blooms was asked to provide a plan and a budget for a 40th birthday celebration. The client has a guest list of 300 people. They gave us a budget of $2,000 to $3,500. The client asked us to include the colors red, blue, and fuchsia. There are 40 guest tables, 6 food tables, and 1 head table. The flowers we mainly tried to use were peonies, roses, delphinium, waxflower, leather fern, limonium, and other accessories. I will now pass it on to my business partners to give you a detailed plan of the arrangements we made for this event.
So part of our birthday celebration, we really wanted to include all of the aspects that our guest was looking for. Our client had specific needs. The first part of our plan is our 40 guest tables. Having 300 guests, the client needed to have 40 guest tables for each of them to be seated. And we decided to charge $35 a piece based on the material that we needed and the flowers that we provided. The flowers we're going to be using are peonies, roses, leather fern, limonium, and an antique wax flower. We decided to use peonies in a white color so that way we could incorporate a light and beautiful airy look. They're really looking for that rustic antique vibe. And our roses, we decided to do fuchsia, as we mentioned, that is a featured color that was one of our clients' favorites. Additionally, we used leather fern and limonium to add some greenery and some filler. And we used an antique wax flower to add that rustic look. We placed this centerpiece, this 360 centerpiece, on a piece of barnwood, 2 panels, to make the rustic look even more accentuated. And we surrounded it with tea lights to have creative, beautiful lighting. As we have 40 tables at $35 a piece, our total for our guest tables, which is one of the most important parts of this birthday celebration, is $1,400. Our next aspect is the 6 food serving tables that we charged $20 a piece. These serving tables are very small and need an arrangement that fits that need. So we decided to go with a bell mason jar look. The mason jar really adds to that rustic vibe and allows the arrangement to be small and compact to fit on our serving tables. We decided to use some of the same flowers of peonies. However, the color we chose this time is red because that is a flower color that our guests really wanted involved in their birthday celebration. And we also decided to use wax flower in an antique white color to kind of match the red and really add accents. And we also used our leather leaf fern again to make sure that all of our arrangements are matching and go well for this event. Some other items we used are a ribbon to show off the mason jar look and make it look more rustic and really beautiful. And we also have our mason jar as an added cost. So with $20 a piece, that is $120 for each of our food table centerpieces. Our next piece to this celebration is the head table. And the head table is very important because that is where the guests and their VIP, that is where the birthday girl and her VIP guests are going to be seated. So we decided to do a really beautiful trailing look for this large head table. We have a similar design in the center as our guest tables, but with a fuchsia colored peony and then red roses, along with limonium and leather fern and also wax flower for that antique look. We decided to go with this for our head tables so there'd be a beautiful center attraction along with some trailing different pieces such as our red roses, and that will be our giveaway item for the 300 guests. We decided to put roses in aqua tubes, red roses, to incorporate the theme of her birthday party and allow the guests to take them home with them at the end of the night. And so we are putting the roses along the table, kind of trailing the table along with some leather fern and some wax flower and some limonium to kind of give it that archway kind of trailed look. And so our head table is a really beautiful piece that we decided to add some fairy lights in with the roses to really incorporate some creative lighting and that antique look, along with the barnwood that we will place under the main centerpiece of the head table. Our next arrangement is our photo op. And we are really excited about this photo op. So we decided to use the barnwoods that were located in the location and use the back barnwood door as the photo op area. This really brings in the entire space and allows that barn door to be the center focus of all of our pictures. And we decided to use delphinium because they are great, big, beautiful flowers as the top of our archway and the top of our barnwood door. And this design is really trailing down the sides. So we're using our delphinium as a focal flower with a peony in the middle, to kind of accentuate that focus point in the pictures, and then trailing down the sides with roses, limonium, waxflower, and other peonies. We decided to use our delphinium in the blue color along with a peony in our fuchsia and roses in white to really incorporate all the colors they're looking for and add to this accent in this barn door to make it really antique. And this barn door is going to cost us $100 to put together. We decided to charge that because our delphiniums and all the flowers we're incorporating, it's going to be a great big accent to our barn door and just make it really beautiful for the photo op. Our last piece of our arrangements for this birthday is our corsage and boutonniere, and we decided to charge $20 a piece. And the design we're going for is kind of a fuchsia colored rose, spray roses, so they're nice and small, fit on the wrist, and are pinned to the suit jacket. And so we decided to use fuchsia spray roses along with misty blue to kind of trail that out and make it a little bit bigger and fuller looking. And we also added some antique waxflower in the white color to really incorporate that rustic theme we've had going on throughout this entire celebration. And we also are going to add some blue ribbon and leather fern, really just to incorporate all of those colors and make it a full and beautiful corsage. And the wristlet we are using is just a silver wristlet that'll match along with all of the other colors and the antique look. And for our boutonniere, we are also using our fuchsia spray roses, our limonium, the antique waxflower, and a blue ribbon wrapped around the bottom of the boutonniere, really to incorporate all of those colors and make it a bright pop to the outfit that they're wearing. And so the corsage and boutonniere together add to a total of $40. And so those are all of our arrangements that we're making for this celebration and for this birthday. We are super excited to be a part of your birthday celebration, and now we will go over the grand total and kind of the budget that you're looking at for your birthday party.
And for our total budget of all of this extravaganza is the dessert table and the serving tables. We have 6 in all, and it equals to $120. The guest tables with the centerpieces with the barnwoods and the little tea lights equal out to $800. The head table with the roses that are in the aqua tubes and the beautiful layout across the head table equals to $140. Our corsage and boutonniere for our guests is $40. The photo op area with the beautiful rustic barn doors equals to $100. And our other costs, such as the tea lights, the fairy lights, the barn doors that are already there, and the barnwood, equal out to $600. And the cost of labor for our lovely workers is $600, for a grand total of $2,400 in all for this beautiful extravaganza.